It's time for the PlayAction Sports Report, the only show in the Tennessee Valley with local athletes and coaches in the spotlight. From high school sports to youth sports, you get interviews, highlights, results, and more right here. Don't go away. The PlayAction Sports Report is next. Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate. If you're looking for an advocate for family law cases including divorce, child custody, and child support, visit the Lambert Law Firm, LLC in Athens. Wills, trusts, estates, and juvenile law too. If you have a contract, business, personal injury, or construction dispute, see the Lambert Law Firm. They also offer non-disclosure agreements. The Lambert Law Firm, LLC, on Facebook and at 112 West Market Street in Athens. Call 256-431-4129. No representation is made that the quality of legal services provided is greater than the quality of legal services provided by other lawyers. Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, 105 South Marion Street in Athens. Call 232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP. The next time you need a pharmacy, one call to Athens Creekside Drugs or Salem Pharmacy will fill the bill. Athens Creekside Drugs and Salem Pharmacy are committed to providing you the best services a pharmacy can offer, with the emphasis on quality, value, and service. Whether your needs are simple or complex in nature, either location can provide solutions that deliver results. They pride themselves on being a company where customer service means timeliness, quality service, and a friendly attitude. Athens Creekside Drugs at 605 Highway 31 South or Salem Pharmacy at 28730 Highway 99. And coming June 1st, Florence Express Pharmacy on Mall Road in Florence. Join us for Applebee's Tailgate Talk every Saturday morning at 10 on WKAC. We'll talk to coaches and sports figures of local interest and get their thoughts on whatever comes down the pike. We'll also announce our latest Athlete of the Week and give away an Applebee's gift card and a Tailgate Talk t-shirt. Applebee's Tailgate Talk, Saturday mornings at 10 on your Tailgate Talk app, on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device, online at tailgatetalk.net, and on the air at 1080 WKAC. Welcome to the PlayAction Sports Report. It's episode 8. If you'd like to get caught up with our other shows, you can find them on the major podcast platforms. We've got a list on our website, pasnetwork.net, along with links. You can go to the podcast section of the PlayAction Sports app, powered by the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. This week, we've got the 2 remaining members of West Limestone's 1956 state championship basketball team on together, Tommie Smith and Hubert Chittam. It's an entertaining visit and the kind of interview I like to do where I can just sit back and let my guests do the talking. That's coming up in a few minutes. We'll also announce another Mac's Good Sport of the Week and give away a gift certificate to Mac's Steakhouse in Athens. You don't want to miss that. Right now, we've got a brief backtrack of news and results from the last few days, brought to you by Lambert Law Firm.
Backtrack.
The Southern Vortex 09 went 3-1 in the Double Trouble Travel Softball Tournament in Huntsville on Saturday to finish third. The Shockers 11 also came in third in their division with a 3-1 record. Winners in the recent Athens Youth Spring Softball Tournament included the Hurricanes in 12U, the Misdemeanors in 10U, Pink Panthers in 8U, and Home Run Honeybees in 6U. ABS was the Limestone County 10U champs. Clements Leslie Gonzalez and Elkmont Steph Villa Marcial were added as members of the 1A to 3A All-State Girls Soccer team recently. Tanner's Nehemiah's Vicente, Frankie Vicente, Manuel Felipe, and Randy Cortez made the boys' first team, while Emmanuel Gonzalez and Franklin Vicente were second team, along with Elkmont's Josh Burrows. Tatum Leathers of James Clemens and Tanner's Manuel Felipe made the All-Star Soccer teams that will compete during All-Star Sports Week in July. Remember, you can go online to PASnetwork.net and check out the scores we have there, along with past shows, game archives, and more.
The PlayAction Sports Report.
If you're looking for an advocate for family law cases, including divorce, child custody, and child support, visit the Lambert Law Firm, LLC in Athens. Wills, trusts, estates, and juvenile law, too. If you have a contract, business, personal injury, or construction dispute, see the Lambert Law Firm. They also offer non-disclosure agreements. The Lambert Law Firm, LLC, on Facebook and at 112 West Market Street in Athens. Call 256-431-4129. No representation is made that the quality of legal services provided is greater than the quality of legal services provided by other lawyers. Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. If you're on the lookout for a nice place to eat and have a little fun, check out Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse on South Jefferson Street in Athens. Mac's has karaoke every Tuesday and Thursday night from 8 till midnight and live music every Friday and Saturday night. Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse. Great food and good times. Hope to see you there. Call 232-6161 for takeout. Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse. Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook, too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate. Applebee's Tailgate Talk wants to recognize our local athletes, and you can help. Go to tailgatetalk.net throughout the school year to vote for the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. The winner will receive a gift card from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and a t-shirt from Gotcha Covered Screen Printing and more. Submit your own nominations for future polls, too. While you're there, check out the Tailgate Talk archives and see what you might have missed. That's the Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week. Cast your vote today from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and 1080 WKAC. Welcome back to the PlayAction Sports Report. This week's Athens Utilities Special Guest Spotlight actually features two local personalities, Tommie Smith and Hubert Chittam, the two remaining members of West Limestone's 1956 state championship basketball team. Thanks for joining me, fellas. Well, I'm glad I could get you both on here. 65 years later, you're the only two members left of that 1956 state championship team.
That is us.
I'm sad to say that's true.
Now, was this your senior year
Right, it was.
Tell us a little bit about that season there.
Oh, Tim, we knew that we were pretty good just based on our previous record. I didn't even play the junior year, so they were really good. But I managed to make the team's senior year. However, I wasn't a starter, and I always came in, started the second quarter. But we knew we were pretty good based on the competition that we had to face. And then as the season progressed, we only lost, Tommie, I believe, 5, 6 games maybe?
4. 6 and 4 here.
Yeah, and then the tournament rolled around, and we rolled through those pretty good and sort of getting ahead of it. But I think one of the biggest surprises to me was when we got to the state tournament was how big a margin that we won by. We beat the first team we played by 30 points, the second team by 25, third team by 28, and then we had a struggle in the championship game. We wound up winning by 7. And but it was an exciting year, and we all were close. Most of us played together. Tommie and I played together since we was in 5th or 6th grade. And the our other teammates joined up with us at West Limestone because we went to different schools as in elementary and juniors. But Tommie, go ahead.
It was a real good year for us. We were really blessed. We had I think it was 7 seniors started the year off, and during the year the principal's son decided he had enough, so he quit. He wanted to ride around in his car, I reckon, and stuff more. But anyway,
sort of like Tim.
But anyway, it was a good year, and we had a bunch of boys. Like you said, we didn't care who scored as long as it was West Limestone. But it was great. We had a lot of fun, but we lost the very first game of the season, Tim. Hazel Green. We went to Hazel Green and got beat 64-62 in their first game that year.
Oh. Sort of a wake-up call.
Yeah. Well, now, Hubert, you said you'd come in the second quarter. When I called Tommie yesterday and set up this interview here. He compared you with Pistol Pete Maravich.
That's right.
We had the starting team consisted of 5 seniors, and I was not one of them. One of them was a very good friend of mine that I'd been in school with longer than with Tommie, named of Charles Richardson. And he's always started every game. And I don't know what my dad meant by it, but we ran into Coach Richter one day, and he said, why does Hubert never start? And he said, well, Richardson is a better shooter from outside, and he can shoot, and he can open the game up. And then I put Hubert in, and he can penetrate. And so we took him at his word, and that's but I only started one game, Tim, and that was in the district tournament. We had one of our starters that was sick for some reason, Mr. Joe Beasley, and we were getting beat by East Limestone, our arch rival. We'd beaten them twice during the season, but they were beating us in the district tournament, which was a single elimination. And after either the halftime or maybe even the third quarter, Coach Richter sent Joel, said, you go get dressed. And so Joel comes out, and he turns the game around and pulls us out of that one. And so that was the only game I started, and one we almost lost.
Wow. Well, you mentioned
that was.
Go ahead.
Excuse me. That was a real. That was a real eye opener for our team right there. We were sluggish, and East Limestone come to play, and I remember very well that we were just so close to getting beat. We had to play back then when 8th district, they called it, was played in Decatur, and we played 4 games in the district, and we lost to Hackneyville not Hackneyville, to Austinville in the finals, 57-50. And we were really downhearted, but we had to go over to Grant and play, I believe it was DAR.
Yep.
And to see who goes to the state. And we went over there and played them, and correct me if I'm wrong, Hubert, but I believe they had 5 people that were slamming the ball when we were warming up.
Oh.
and when we started the game, 4 of them sat down. I thought, whoa, what's going on? But anyway, we wound up beating them just a little bit. I believe if I remember correctly, I got 18 free throws that night. It was one of them, and Hubert, they'd come out and pick Hubert up. He got several free throws. But I remember that they gave us a run for the money, but we finally come out and won. I believe Paul jumped the defensive man and scored the winning basket, I believe.
Paul made the layup for the winning basket. We won 72-69, I believe.
Yeah, he hit the free throw also. I think they fouled him, but it wound up that was a close game. And then he come back, and coaches had to flip a coin to see who went to state as the first place team. And Coach Richter, he's lucky, so he won us the first place. He won the flip, and we got to go as the first place team. And we were feeling a lot better then, especially when we went down there. And I believe in the first 2 games, I don't think anybody got to play more than a half. And it was a real interesting game. And then the second game, well, I noticed it was about the same way when we played T.R. Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we played Curry, I mean, nobody thought much about us. It was a Cinderella team. And then we played
Hackneyville.
No, I say before that it was
Played Camden, T.R. Miller, and Curry.
Curry. When we played Curry was supposed to be real tough that year. We wound up beating them about 28 points, I think.
Yeah.
And scored a record high as a team. I forgot how much broke the record as a team scoring in the 3rd round of the state tournament.
And also, you set a record, didn't you? Didn't you set the individual record with your scoring that day? 36?
I just tied it.
Oh.
I tied it, and he pulled us out.
Yeah.
Pulled us out, and we were all sitting out and got cold. And then they come back and told him that I hadn't broke it. They thought I had, but I hadn't. Sent me back in. And would you believe, being cold and all, sitting there on the sideline, when I went back in, I had a layup, and I thought, here we go.
Oh, my goodness.
I got smashed and missed both free throws.
Oh, wow.
So I wound up tying the record.
And Tim, that game that we won at Tommie was talking about in the district playoffs where we beat DR barely, proved Coach Richter's genius, I guess, because Richardson started that game and he hit 4 shots from outside to lead us to, I think we was leading that quarter 11-8, but Charles had scored 8 points of those, and so that fit his theory good.
Yeah.
Charles hits them, brings them out, and I go in between them.
Okay, so he knew
we would have
loved
to had the 3-point play back then, Tim. Our 3-point plays had to be fouled and then make a basket. I have two games before that really come to my mind, Tim. We played at Athens High School at Athens High in the county tournament one year. That was when they had, I believe, Baxter Booth and Johnny Orr, and I don't know, they were so much larger and better than we were. And I think it was, Hubert, was it our sophomore or junior year? It may not have been the year you played. Did you play the year that?
No, it was my junior. No, it was.
You didn't play that year?
It was our junior year.
Yeah, right. Okay, we went out there and we played them right before the county tournament at their place at Athens. And they were a lot better than we were. And Coach Richter told us that y'all go have fun tonight, and then we'll come back and play ball serious whenever we have a tournament next week. So we all went out there to lose, and we won that ball game. And he said he knew that if we went out there and tried to play with them in the county tournament, they're going to beat the stew out of us. We froze the ball the entire ball game. We were leading 11-9 at the half, and they beat us 13-12, Tim. And I'll never forget it.
Wow.
And then we played another game with Town Creek, and they come to our house, and they beat us exactly 113-39.
Oh, wow.
And I'll never forget those two games.
Wow.
Man.
That'll make you remember them and know that you got to do something to get better. And we did, and we finally were able to win a state and get back some of those feelings that we got for getting stoned.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim,
Yeah.
that was the year I wasn't playing when they Town Creek beat us so bad.
There you go.
That may have been our problem, Tim.
That was the answer. Well, now, y'all talked about Coach Richter. What kind of guy was he? What kind of coach was he? Sometimes it's two different questions.
He was very intelligent. He was a gritty feller, and he would make you do what he said. But playing ball, he played for Vanderbilt in football, and he came to West Limestone after he came back and all, and he was young and had the energy, and we were all country boys, and he rounded us up, and he had, I know he come to the cotton patch and got me for practice a time or two, because we were poor farmers and trying to make a living, and sometimes it's just hard to take off and practice sometimes. But anyway, he come to the field and talked to Daddy and all, and I went and practiced. And stuff like that. I mean, he was really for every individual, and he was a team player, and he would tell you when you done wrong, and if you didn't do it like he said, then he would let you sit on the sideline and watch how it's supposed to be done. I'll never forget one game. I got embarrassed to shoot. I missed 12 shots, and I would quit shooting. And he called timeout, and he said, "Tommie, shoot the ball or sit over here by me." And I sure didn't want to sit by him. And I made the next shot, and I was okay. Yeah. Basketball is a lot in the head.
Yeah. And you can't score if you don't shoot.
No, you can't. And then one more game I remember, I was lucky playing Lexington at West Limestone. I could be falling down and pitch it up, and it'd go in. I think I made 21 in the first quarter. And I just remember that real well. But I remember these shellackings a lot more than I remember the good ones.
Well, what about some of your other team members? You mentioned one or two there.
Yeah, Marshall Green was our tallest man. Hubert, he was 6'3", wasn't he?
That's correct.
I believe he was 6'3", and his elbows were pretty tough because we would always get into him some. But one of the things Coach Richter taught was boxing out. And that was one thing that really helped us in the state tournament. We led the rebounds in each game, I think, both offense and defense. But anyway, he really worked on rebounding and shooting the ball from where you'd be shooting it in the game. And he didn't want to come out there and catch us in practice shooting a game-winning shot from half court or something, like we like to do a lot of times. Yeah. But he would get us in line pretty quick on that, and he he really didn't care which one of us scored, but he taught us to pass the ball, and he had no certain amount of touches, as some of them do.
Uh-huh.
But we've run the figure eight a lot, and all of us handled the ball, and whoever got the opening went. If they didn't, they would hear from him. I don't remember him ever getting on to me for shooting the ball, but I remember him getting on me for not shooting it.
Y'all keep talking. I got to get this dog quiet.
Okay.
Okay. But we really enjoyed that. But he was strictly, he knew his players, and he knew how to talk with us. Mm-hmm. And he was strict enough till we knew to try to do what he told us to.
Yeah. You talking about him not specifying any number of touches that people were supposed to get. It reminds me of that. I don't know if you've seen it, that movie Hoosiers.
I watched that many times.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
my favorite movie.
Yeah.
We used to watch it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones too. It reminded me of.
I love to watch the Hoosiers. It's so much. It brings back memories.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's about the same time.
We needed that. We needed that about how the goal was and how far the free throw line was and everything else. One thing that really wears you when you start playing tournament plays is you have so much opening on the sides and everything. You go sitting out in the middle of the floor, it's a lot harder to hit than it is when it's in an enclosed area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you tell him about Clement's gym?
No, I didn't. I didn't mention that. I sure didn't, Hubert.
Tim, one end of the court, the backboard was mounted on the wall. And so you didn't, if you shot a layup, you better go in from the sides.
Yeah.
The other end, the goal was up against the stage. So you were kind of limited on how you approached the layup.
That reminds me of the old Athens Elementary gym too.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, it was, you didn't have too much room on any sideline there.
You're exactly right. Matter of fact, I believe it was identical to that.
Well, are there any other maybe memorable moments from that year other than the state championship?
Oh,
doesn't have to be basketball. I just thought maybe we'd kind of.
We were a close knit group. That's the thing I remember. Like I said, we had 7 seniors started out, and we wound up with 6, and carried 4 sophomores to the state tournament with us. It was 6 seniors and 4 sophomores. We didn't have a junior that went.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good because those boys just fell in with us, and we treated them just like they were seniors also, and they were good athletes. It was Billy White Davis, Kenneth McLemore, James Abernathy, and
Leslie Woolridge. Leslie?
Let's say Leslie didn't go to the state.
No.
It was
was it the other Abernathy?
David Pirtle.
David, there you go. Right.
Yeah, that's the 10 that went. 4 sophomores and 6 seniors, and they all got to play. Those 4 sophomores played about as much in the first 2 games as the seniors did. And they in fact, I think some of them were probably high point in the first 2 games. And of course, Hubert was right there playing that 6-man deal like he had it coming in the second quarter. He got to play with them more too. He got to play with both of us.
I played the rest of the game. Some of y'all had to come out, but I got to play the last 3 quarters anyway. Yeah.
And there's kind of an advantage to being that 6-man because sometimes you can kind of fly under the radar as far as, what the other team knows about you, and
yeah.
And kind of catch them by surprise sometimes with some stuff.
Well, I don't think we had to worry about that because
nobody knew about us.
Nobody knew about us.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not like it is today. So
yeah.
One of our teammates, somebody think somebody asked him, well, where is West Limestone? And he said, well, it's right across the road from so-and-so's grocery store. And Tommie, you remember the guy's name?
It was White.
White.
Oh, yeah.
Right across the road from White's grocery store.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I remember who said it. Do you remember who said it?
Yeah, it was Joe Beasley.
Joe Beasley. And he was serious. And I remember, Coach, some of the pleasurable moments. Coach Richter told us, he said, well, you can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. That's what he told us when we was down at the state tournament. We lived in the barracks down there, stayed there, Tim, when we went.
Old
We
Army.
didn't stay in motels. We stayed in the barracks and played in the old Foster Auditorium.
Okay, well, I was going to ask you where the state tournament was played at.
It was at Alabama in the old Foster Auditorium.
Okay.
I think they remodeled it and rebuilt it and all for the girls to play in now, but it was there, and it had a balcony and all, and we went down there and we had to play 4 games in 3 days. Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday afternoon, I believe, and Saturday night when you won.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to do a lot of running, and we were old country plowboys, so all of us were used to running, so it didn't bother us.
Yeah.
At that time, of course, now we can't run 10 feet. But that was back when our daddies were in control and we were working and all.
Uh-huh.
Tim, we about remember something that somebody said about Ted Williams one time. Of course, Ted was my favorite baseball player. But they said it was well after he had retired and maybe was dead. They said, what do you think Ted Williams would hit today? Of course, he had a lifetime average of 403.
Uh-huh.
No, not a lifetime, sorry. He last one to hit over 400. But I said, well, he'd probably hit about 260, 270. I said, are you crazy, man? He hit, the last one hit over 400 and this, that, and the other. He said, yeah, but you got to remember, he's 80 years old now.
And that's where we are in the 80s.
Well, now, did y'all have any sports idols growing up? Maybe who you modeled your game after, or of course back then you might not have been able to really see much of some of these.
No,
guys.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We did not have a television back then.
Yeah.
We didn't get a television at home until about the time I left home.
Yeah.
I believe it was right after I left home.
And I think we got one my junior year, but always Ted Williams was always my hero and about the only one. But other than that, I got to Martin College and had this best friend that Stan Musial was his greatest one. So we had some talks about those two.
Yeah.
That was probably 2 of my favorite players. Ted Williams was, especially. And Ted Williams left out of his main part of his career, prime time, served in service.
Right, jet pilot. Mm-hmm.
Well, now y'all played other sports, right?
Yeah,
Tommie.
Baseball, basketball.
Tommie was just all-star in just about everything you mentioned. I didn't play football. I was afraid of getting hurt, I guess. We both played baseball. Tommie played it all and was most valuable player in anything he did. But,
I wasn't afraid of getting hurt, Tim, but I spent 6 days in the hospital from blood clotted.
Well, what do y'all think about these kids these days? Well, and I don't know, maybe it's their parents just wanting to focus on one sport so early.
I don't like it. I don't mean this ugly, but I think I think when you put too much on them and play too much, if you don't watch, you're gonna burn them out on one sport.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe. Well, I had a little grandson. He was, I believe, 5 or 6 years old, and he played about 143 games 1 year.
Wow.
Baseball.
Mm.
And I told Coach, I said, you realize how many games the majors play? He said about 162.
Yep.
But he loved it, and he loved it, but it gradually will burn them out if they're not careful.
Yeah.
And I just like to see them. Of course, we had the same coach for all sports, and it made it easier for us. But now they have it where it's hard to play them without overlapping.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they play these games in the off season, is practice. And I think it's 6 days they can play or something like that. And it's a lot of conflict.
Yeah.
But some of them still play it in smaller schools, but your larger schools, it's got to where it's hard to play more than 1 or 2 sports because of the overlapping time in them. You're either behind, or if you do well that year in your sport you're playing, then why you run over more.
Yeah.
Tommie's talking about your grandson playing that many games.
Yeah.
You remember how many games we played in baseball our senior year?
5.
Yeah.
I was looking at that. We won all 5 of them. We were county champions.
5?
Yeah, 5 games. I was reading it here in the paper today when I was trying to look back to refresh my memory.
Yeah.
Well,
But
now,
we played 5 ball games. I remember we stopped during one of those for a funeral procession in Ardmore.
Yeah.
well, how do you only play 5 games? They didn't have an epidemic going on back then, did they?
No, it was just one of those things that they didn't play much, and then they got away from baseball at one time. Tim dropped it in the county schools. I don't know if you remember it or not, but I think one of mine, when he was going to school, didn't have a chance to play baseball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, now,
And we even played some volleyball. The county field day. We were lucky enough that year to win the volleyball tournament county field day too. So we won the baseball, basketball, football, and volleyball. I don't know. We didn't win the track, did we? Or did?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I know we were close on track, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I run across my high school letter the other day, and it had the bars on it and all, the WL, the bars on it, and stars for captain and stuff like that. But it was interesting. I never wore it. I let Shirley wear it. I never wore it.
Well, we never got any rings from the state tournament. When that 2015 team won it, just 6 years ago, Wilson Blair, somebody was going to make some kind of pitch for us getting our rings at that time, but never heard any more of it. But seemed like we did. We went on a baseball game. We met at Coach Richter's house. Tommie, you remember that? And he gave us a little silver or stainless steel something basketball.
Yeah, for the basketball season, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing we got was that little silver basketball. Those keychain basketball.
Yeah.
Well,
we were the first team in Limestone County that ever won the state tournament. And that's been a long time ago. But I don't reckon I was fully aware of that at first. Of course, we wasn't aware of a lot of the pressures and all the playing. We just loved to play, and we went to play.
Yeah.
Let the coach worry about all that other stuff.
Hubert, you mentioned going to Martin College, I guess, which is Martin Methodist now?
Yeah, and PlayAction. Yeah.
Tommie, what kind of college offers did you get? Tommie, you told me about one particular Cal college that approached you.
Yeah. The main one that was after me was Etowah Junior College in Fulton, Mississippi. I was, glad that he thought I could play. Coach Kendall Davis, he come and visited me a couple of times. I was a soda jerk. And I worked every Saturday and every other Sunday at Giver's Drugstore my senior year. Mm-hmm. And he came up there twice and met with me and wanted me to come down. And I went down there and watched a doubleheader in baseball and tried out. And he tried his best to get me to come down there and play guard for him. I was 5'11" or 5'11 and a half at that time. And he had a 7-foot senior, and he wanted more guard activity. And he tried his best to get me to come, and he said that he had a good working relationship with Mississippi State, and he'd guarantee me a scholarship on to Mississippi State after I left there. And I told him that I just didn't believe I wanted to go away from home and go.
Now tell him the truth, Tommie.
Yeah. Yeah. The truth was that I was in love, and I had me a high school sweetheart.
Uh-huh.
And she's been with me now for about 64 and a half years. I couldn't have done any better than what.
She was one of our cheerleaders.
Yeah, she was one of my cheerleaders. She kept me going.
Well, now, Hubert, Judy didn't go out there, did she?
No, I met Judy at Martin College.
Okay. Well,
now, Paul Ridgway's wife was a cheerleader, too.
Uh-huh.
Paul was one of her. Marshall Green, Paul Ridgway, and Joel Beasley, and Charles Richardson, Hubert, and myself were the seniors that year.
Well, you mentioned Martin College. Hubert, were you there on a sports scholarship or what?
Yeah, that's interesting, Tim. If you got a minute, I'll tell you. Some reason, school had already started back the next year, high school. And I went to Clements High School because I had a little girl down there I just was kind of struck on. And they were having a play that early in the school year. And I went backstage. She was in the play. And while I was back there, this huge guy came up, tapped me on the shoulder. And Tommie remembers him. His name was Dick Newman, M.T. Newman. He was the
I remember well.
He was the principal at Clements, and he said, "Boy, what are you doing here?" And I thought I was in big time trouble. And I said, "I just come to watch this little play." He said, "Why are you not in school?" And I said, "Mr. Newman, I guess nobody thought I was good enough." And he said, "Well, I think I can take care of that." And so he said, "I know the coach at Martin College." He said, "I'll give you a call in a couple of days." Well, a couple of days he called back and said, "Coach at Martin College wanted to talk to me." And so he came down from Pulaski. Mr. Newman drove up to Clements, and we met on my front porch along with my dad. And when they left, I had a full ride scholarship, baseball and basketball. And I played 1 year there and had the same problem Tommie had. I fell in love with Judy. And so in the meantime, my dad had a heart attack, so I felt like I couldn't go back. So I thanked Mr. Newman for getting me up there. And then I decided I was going to Athens College at night, take some night courses. And one of my teammates at Martin College was Kenneth Luter. Kenneth was a year ahead of me, so he had his senior year there, his final year, and he came to Athens, was playing at Athens, and I was sitting there filling out paperwork for night classes, and he said, he walked by and said, "What are you doing?" I told him, and next thing I knew, he walks back with a coach. So, thanks to Kenneth Luter, I got a full ride scholarship for the next year at Athens College.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I played 1 year at Martin, 1 year at Athens College, and then we got married. Decided to have a bunch of kids and grandkids and great grandkids.
And y'all lived happily ever after.
Yeah, we're still here 63 years later, not quite as long as Tommie.
Both of us have been blessed.
Yeah.
I've been married 65 years, September 21st. Good Lord's willing.
Well, 60.
And she put up with me that long.
Well, fellas, I knew this was going to be a fun conversation.
Yeah,
and
we appreciate it.
I
appreciate Tommie throwing me under the bus.
I told him we had to have him help. I said, it's just two of us left, and I can't say everything now because he'd know I was telling right or not, and if I didn't have him to help me out, I might not get it right.
Yeah.
Well, y'all.
But we've really enjoyed it, and we played at Owens together. Tim, that was interesting. We played on a dirt court, and then we went and joined West Limestone over there, and that's why it was so much different for us. But
yeah, at the state tournament, Mr. Jack Cannon was there, and he was. I guess it was maybe the awards night when Tommie and I both made all tournament, and he said, "I used to coach these boys on a dirt court at Owens."
And that was right, he did.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget him.
Yeah.
Well, y'all remembered, Tommie, you were afraid you wasn't going to remember anything, but I mean, I guess you just kept each other honest, you remembered a whole lot. So I appreciate y'all taking the time.
Oh, you do after you get started, Tim. 56 has been 65 years, but when you get started in it, it starts thinking one thing will lead to another one, and you get talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you can think of a lot of that when you start talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun.
Tim, he embellished a lot of stuff, but I just didn't correct him.
Well, that kind of goes along with it too. The farther away it is, the more embellishment seems like goes.
Yeah.
That's what you think. With friends, you can get by with it better than you can with others.
Hey, good talking to you guys.
Right. Appreciate y'all taking the time.
Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
That was Tommie Smith and Hubert Chittam, the last two members of West Limestone's state championship basketball team from 1956. Got a show idea for the PlayAction Sports Report? Email us at playactionsports@hotmail.com, send a message to our Facebook page, or text us at 434-1PAS. That's 434-1727. We'll be back with more of the PlayAction Sports Report.
The PlayAction Sports Report.
Athens Utilities comprises Athens Electric, Athens Gas, and Athens Water Services. Together, we are committed to providing reliable and affordable electricity, natural gas, and water and wastewater services. We operate as part of the City of Athens, and just like our city's motto of Athens is classic Southern character, we believe in supporting what makes our community special, and that includes Athens and Limestone County sports. Call 233-8750, go by their office at 508 South Jefferson Street, or look for the link online at athensal.us. One of the worst feelings you can have is that of being stranded. Well, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair makes that a thing of the past, with 24/7 towing services and roadside assistance in the northern Alabama and southern Tennessee areas. But that's not all. They also offer truck and trailer repair, mobile welding, brake service and repair, new and used tires, and other major and minor repairs. Their name says it all, BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. For 24/7 response, call 497-8234. That's 497-8234. BT's Towing, Tire, and Truck Repair. The next time you need a pharmacy, one call to Athens Creekside Drugs or Salem Pharmacy will fill the bill. Athens Creekside Drugs and Salem Pharmacy are committed to providing you the best services a pharmacy can offer, with the emphasis on quality, value, and service. Whether your needs are simple or complex in nature, either location can provide solutions that deliver results. They pride themselves on being a company where customer service means timeliness, quality service, and a friendly attitude. Athens Creekside Drugs at 605 Highway 31 South or Salem Pharmacy at 28730 Highway 99. And coming June 1st, Florence Express Pharmacy on Mall Road in Florence. Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, 105 South Marion Street in Athens. Call 232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP. If you're on the lookout for a nice place to eat and have a little fun, check out Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse on South Jefferson Street in Athens. Mac's has karaoke every Tuesday and Thursday night from 8 till midnight and live music every Friday and Saturday night. Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse. Great food and good times. Hope to see you there. Call 232-6161 for takeout. Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse. The Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship has been set up to honor the legacy of Bama Zach Green, a huge fan of the Crimson Tide, along with Limestone County sports. The scholarship will go each year to a male and female athlete from Limestone County. Checks should be made out to Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship and can be sent in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613. Donations can also be made in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. Thank you for showing your support for local athletes by giving to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Are you a good sport? Enter your name to be our good sport on the PlayAction Sports Report. Every Wednesday during the podcast, we'll announce the winner. You might pick up a $25 gift certificate from Mac's Steakhouse in Athens. Just go online to pasnetwork.net, look for the Good Sport tab, and register. The Good Sport. Our next one could be you. From Mac's Steakhouse and PlayAction Sports. Adult summer softball registration is going on throughout May at the Athens Rec Center. Cost is $375 per team. Call 233-8740 for more information or visit the Parks and Recreation page on the Athens City website at athensal.us. Athens High will host the Quez Watkins football camp on June 5th from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. for ages 6 to 18. You can register online at quezwatkinsfootballcamp.eventbrite.com. For more information, call 770-846-8579. The Athens Baseball Kids Camp will be going on June 28th through 30th from 9 till noon for ages 5 to 12. Cost is $75 per player with additional siblings for $50 each. Sign up online at athenshighschoolsportscamps.com. For more information, email Coach Chuck Smith at chuck.smith@acs-k12.org. The Ardmore Youth Football and Cheer Association will start their sign-ups June 1st for flag football and tackle football divisions. Email Thomas Combs at thomas.combs079@gmail.com. James Clemens will host various youth camps during the summer. For more information, go online to jcathletics.net and look for summer youth camps under the More tab. UNA men's and women's basketball will be hosting camps in June. For more information on the men's camps, go online to info.abcsportscamps/UNA basketball, or for the women's camps, go to unagirlsbasketballcamp.com, or you can check out their respective Facebook pages. The University of Alabama and Auburn University will be offering various football camps throughout the month of June. For more information, go online to nicksabanfootballcamps.com or auburnfootballcamps.com. The Athens Rec Center will host a youth softball clinic July 12th through. Congratulations to Greg Miller, our Mac's Good Sport of the Week. Greg picks up a gift certificate from Mac's Steakhouse in Athens. Go to pasnetwork.net and register your name or a friend's name and listen to the PlayAction Sports Report every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform, in the podcast section of the PlayAction Sports app, or on the PlayAction Sports website. The Mac's Good Sport of the Week from Mac's Steakhouse and PlayAction Sports.
The PlayAction Sports Report.
If you're on the lookout for a nice place to eat and have a little fun, check out Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse on South Jefferson Street in Athens. Mac's has karaoke every Tuesday and Thursday night from 8 till midnight and live music every Friday and Saturday night. Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse. Great food and good times. Hope to see you there. Call 232-6161 for takeout. Mac's Sports Bar and Steakhouse. Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, 105 South Marion Street in Athens. Call 232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP. The next time you need a pharmacy, one call to Athens Creekside Drugs or Salem Pharmacy will fill the bill. Athens Creekside Drugs and Salem Pharmacy are committed to providing you the best services a pharmacy can offer, with the emphasis on quality, value, and service. Whether your needs are simple or complex in nature, either location can provide solutions that deliver results. They pride themselves on being a company where customer service means timeliness, quality service, and a friendly attitude. Athens Creekside Drugs at 605 Highway 31 South or Salem Pharmacy at 28730 Highway 99. And coming June 1st, Florence Express Pharmacy on Mall Road in Florence. Whether you're in the market for residential or commercial property or looking to sell your current home, land, or building, make your first call to the Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Paula and James can help you with everything you need, whether you're buying or selling. Call Paula at 777-4916 or James at 656-2370. You can also see their listings online at alrealsolutions.com. Look for them on Facebook too. The Phillips team at Alabama Real Estate Solutions. Real solutions for real estate. If you're looking for an advocate for family law cases, including divorce, child custody, and child support, visit the Lambert Law Firm, LLC in Athens. Wills, trusts, estates, and juvenile law, too. If you have a contract, business, personal injury, or construction dispute, see the Lambert Law Firm. They also offer non-disclosure agreements. The Lambert Law Firm, LLC, on Facebook and at 112 West Market Street in Athens. Call 256-431-4129. No representation is made that the quality of legal services provided is greater than the quality of legal services provided by other lawyers. Looking for t-shirts with just the message you want? They're as close as your computer or mobile device. Just go to daddyoscustomtees.com and look through the selection of designs for the perfect one. Or say just what you want with your very own designer message. Daddy O's Custom Tees features short and long sleeve t-shirts plus sweatshirts, hoodies, aprons, mugs, and even pet apparel. With Daddy O's Custom Tees, you can have it your way, whether you need 1 or 100. Go to daddyoscustomtees.com. That's DADDYOS Custom TEES.com. daddyoscustomtees.com. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the PlayAction Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the PlayAction Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC. You've been listening to the PlayAction Sports Report. Log on to PASnetwork.net for archives of this show and past shows, along with game streams, and to keep up with what's going on in Limestone County sports. Look for our monthly column in Athens Now, available everywhere. You can contact us by email at playactionsports@hotmail.com, by sending a message to our Facebook page, or by texting 434-1PAS. That's 434-1727. Be sure to tune in for the PlayAction Sports Update weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 on the air at 1080 WKAC. And catch up with us again next week for another edition of the PlayAction Sports Report.